I study how to change the environment in such a way that people feel good and have a good productivity. This is a great moment for you to listen to me. I'm a top researcher. My age factor is, for instance, 41. And I'm also Teacher of the Year 2020. Today I like to share with you that you should take into account the way your sensors work. This is relevant when you design or engineer a product or a service or give advice to someone. I want you to remember the sweetness of discomfort. I will explain this later. All humans spend most of their time in a human-designed environment. The screen you're looking at is made by humans. The walls of your room are made by humans. And the seat you're occupying now is also human-made. And even the paths in nature are made by humans. You're not always aware of what is around you. You're not aware! Now you are aware of the volume of my voice. So now you're aware that this is a fairly normal volume. And before the shouting, you didn't even think about my volume of my voice. The relationship with human and the environment is schematically shown in this figure. The scheme shows the environment, the human sensor noticing the environment, and the brain processing the input. Sometimes the process starts with seeing the environment, which leads to the brain taking an action. Remember the shouting of me. In this case there was an environmental change. Sometimes the brain activates sensors searching for an object, for a sound or other characteristics in the environment. If you decide to check a message on your mobile phone, it starts with the brain. And then the brain selects the input of the sensors, and then you can find the smartphone. There's a part of the environment which is further away from your body, and a part of the environment closer or even touching your body. The sensors for the more distant environment are usually ears and eyes. A bit closer is smell, and touching the body there are pressure sensors and taste. It's also time dependent. Your previous experience influences your next experience. When you go into an airplane using a sunny stairs, it's different than entering the plane from the jetway. I will show you in this experiment. You will experience it yourself. Here you see two identical aircraft interiors. I do now ask you to watch 20 seconds to the middle point of the next slide. Yes, watch this middle point for 20 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. If you look at this picture, you saw a difference. It fades away after some seconds. And this is because your sensory brain system adapted to the previous slide. And this adaptation is still there for the first seconds. And so from a sunny stairs, the interior is colored different than coming from a jetway. So the previous experience influences the next one. This is not only true for the visual sensory system. No, the same is true for temperature. Perhaps you know already, when you place one hand in cold water and one hand in warm water, and then you place both hands in lukewarm water, that's warm in between warm and cold, you will experience two temperatures in your hands. And this is because your previous experience influences your next one. It's the same for touch sensors. Of course, as a researcher, I'm curious if this is really true. So, at the TU Delft, we started an experiment. In this experiment, we let people sit on a hard seat and then a car seat. and we let people sit on a lounge seat which was soft, and then the car seat. We told the participants to wait on the seat to get acquainted with the climate. The car seat was experienced significantly more soft after the hard wooden seat. And here you see the results. In 2017 I got the award for Teacher of the Year in the Master IPD at the QIR. Some ergonomic advisors show a bed where persons are presented in one position. However, pressure and touch sensors probably record that we have too long one position, which might, for instance, reduce blood flow in parts of the human body. Then signals are given to the brain to take another position. This means a mattress should not only be designed for this one position, which is shown here on the slide, but also for other positions. This is a slide where it is shown that people take different positions during their sleep. Now in this picture you see a comfortable interior. It's almost impossible to make it more comfortable. And at a certain moment passengers get used to it and see this as normal and not as comfortable anymore, so the comfort is rated lower. And here the principle of the sweetness of discomfort might be a solution. Try to arrange moments of discomfort in a journey and then create a comfortable environment, and people will notice it. Here you see a cushion, and when you sit on it it's rather hard. And then you push the button and it adapts, it gets softer, and then you feel more comfortable. The sweetness of discomfort. Or introduce a game where the gamer has to do activities that don't feel comfortable. It's, by the way, also good for health, not sitting too much in one position. I hope you learned that the sweetness of discomfort is important. If you only design for comfort, it's getting more comfortable, and at a certain moment people will not notice anymore, and it's not possible to get more comfortable. Try to change the position. Look at the whole journey, not only at the moment of comfort. Thank you for your attention.